chance to talk to one of the pilots that escaped back here, so I took it. Apparently, 2 of our planes took the enemy on alone. They covered the Allies so they could retreat. The hell kind of idiot does a thing like that? The last pilot to land back at the base was that scrawny anarchist dude. He always had this dumb grin on his face, like he didn't give a damn about whatever he did to get thrown in here with the rest of us. Was he the one who went gung-ho? I bought him a drink later. After the usual small talk, I turned the topic around to the mission. For an anarchist, he struck me as a bit weird. Nothing like what I expected. He talked a mile a minute and kept going on and on about library books. Not encyclopedias, those cheesy adventure novels you read in high school. Nothing against those. I like a good story myself once in a while. But I wasn't here to talk books.
I remember that day well. Amidst the swirling clouds, the fighter squadron was trying to help its allies reach safety.
He's pretty foolish, isn't he?
I thought so too. Suddenly, a highly skilled enemy fighter squadron appeared and began picking them off at the edges. One by one, they fell right out of the sky.
Although, I guess there was nobody around that was even more foolish to go to their aid then. So you simply watch things unfold from a distance.
Yeah. I mean, who would have ever thought that I'd just go and follow him straight into the enemy squadron like that?
After what felt like decades, I finally got to the info I was looking for. He wasn't the guy. He said he was just following his wingman's lead and managed not to die somehow. The hero on this mission was the new guy. The one that killed Harling. How did you feel?
I'm still kind of shaken up, actually. But you know, I do feel a certain sense of pride, too.
He really is foolish, isn't he?
Yep, he sure is.
I went to the hangar to have myself a closer look at Trigger's plane. I knew that burnt smell. That's what happens when an engine's been driven to its limit. This pilot was a hot dog. From now on, I was going to keep my eye on this idiot. From a distance, though. I didn't want to get too tight with someone who was a better pilot than my dad. Even so, I decided to give this guy's plane a little bit of the old Avril magic touch. He needed all the help he could get.
Attention! If you disobeyed orders in the previous mission, line up over there. You won't disobey a second time. Do not test my patience. The biggest threat to our forces is the enemy's enormous swarm of drones. In order for our forces to penetrate deep into Erusian territory, we'll need to clear a path. You will destroy the enemy's fuel plant. HQ has found evidence that fuel is being moved intermittently inland from a refinery at the harbor in Artiglio. It's likely they're supplying fuel for the various drone bases. Those of you whose food privileges were taken away already know how this goes. We silence the drones by taking their fuel. Enter via the estuary, take out their AA, destroy the fuel points on both sides of the river and their oil tankers. Remember, you're not bona fide military. You're expendable.
Convicts, stand by at the front.
Champ went down crying like a baby. I knew he was all bark and no bite. A coward. You don't want to talk, running off with your tail between your legs. I wasn't running away, I was retreating. Well, I can't say I blame you. It was hell out there. Man, I'm not in the mood for this shit today. I'm gonna blow stuff up to let off steam. Target in sight. You're gonna see a lot of oil tanks. Boats, all warships. There's plenty of buildings, too.
Destroy everything in sight.
I appreciate the simplicity of the operation. They don't look like military.
You think you look anything like military?
Trigger eliminated target.
Well and truly started.
Damn! That's what I call fireworks.
I've got more bad news. The megastorm in Nessa 2 that formed a few days ago is approaching our AO.
No time to smell the roses, then. A fighter pilot needs to fight. Missions like this, too easy.
In gun range.
Another one popped. Take this.
Burn, bitches.
Are you guys all done? I thought at least one of you was safe. Just seeing being stuck in the penal base.
Start destroying the facilities around the harbor one by one.
Bandit in my sights.
Missile hit.
Ally has been shot down.
AA gun down.
I'm spiked. Requesting assistance. Trigger has destroyed the target. It's like watching the fireworks display.
Burn, baby, burn.
An SN2 entering AO in 3 minutes.
Shit, we're out of time.
3 minutes remaining.
Trigger, here's a quietly
Spear
plugging
15
away.
locked on.
You're the only sane one here.
Dog was right. We're no proper military. Nothing can hold here to now act out.
In gun range.
I belong in the penal unit. Trigger, you belong here even more than I do. It's all about where you're from.
Stuck on this.
We'll lose more people if we try to help those trapped. Vehicle down.
Enemies locked on me. Someone help me out here.
Spare 15, enemy's got a lock.
Black 2.
Spare 15, missile away. 2 minutes remaining.
Spare 15 has destroyed a target.
Spare 15, locked on.
I got hit, but it's no big deal. Missile inbound.
Spare 2, launching missile.
Yeah, that's the stuff, Trigger. No way, Florida.
Cap, land on your 6.
Missile hit.
Jackpot. Trigger's full oil.
Get the shoes out of here before they're blown up.
Look at that oil. It's burn up the sea.
Hey, Trigger, why do you think this stupid war keeps dragging on?
Here he goes.
It's all because countries exist. Shouting that and throwing a rock got me in here.
Well, you have free meals and a warm bed. You should thank our good citizens. Dust Cloud is entering the area of operations. Finish your work if you want to stay out of solitary. A gun down. Spare 15, target destroyed.
I'm hit. I'm going down.
Champ went down crying like a baby. I knew he was all bark and no bite. The coward. You don't want to talk, running off with your tail between your legs? I wasn't running away, I was retreating. Well, I can't say I blame you. It was hell out there. Man, I'm not in the mood for this shit today. I'm gonna blow stuff up to let off steam. Target in sight. I see a lot of oil tanks. Boats, more warships. There's plenty of buildings, too.
Destroy everything in sight.
I appreciate the simplicity of the operation. They don't look like the military.
You think you look anything like military?
Fox 2.
Spare 15, missile away.
Doing well and truly started.
Damn! That's what I call fireworks.
Yeah!
I've got more bad news. The megastorm in Nessa 2 that formed a few days ago is approaching our AO.
No time to smell the roses then. Fighter pilot needs to fight. Missions like this are too easy.
Locked on target.
Another one popped. Take this.
Burn, bitches!
Are you guys all nuts? I thought at least one of you was safe. This seat's being stuck in the panel, babe.
The oil tank! Shit! There's no way we can extinguish it!
It's like watching a fireworks display.
Spare 15 is down.
Champ went down crying like a baby. I knew he was all bark and no bite. The coward. You don't want to talk, running off with your tail between your legs? I wasn't running away, I was retreating. Well, I can't say I blame you. It was hell out there. Man, I'm not in the mood for this shit today. I'm gonna blow stuff up to let off steam. Target in sight. I see a lot of oil tanks. Boats, more warships. There's plenty of buildings, too.
Destroy everything in sight.
I appreciate the simplicity of the operation. They don't look like the military.
You think you look anything like military?
Fox 2. Whoa. Doing well and truly started.
Damn! That's what I call fireworks.
Yeah!
I've got more bad news. The megastorm in Nessa 2 that formed a few days ago is approaching our AO.
No time to smell the roses then. The fighter pilot needs to fight. Missions like this are too easy.
Another one popped. Take this.
Burn, bitches!
Are you guys all nuts? I thought at least one of you was safe. This seat's being stuck at the panel, babe.
Spare 15, missile away. Locked. Start destroying the facilities around the harbor one by one.
Enemy has a lock on me.
It's like watching a fireworks display.
Burn, baby, burn. Stuck on that. Trigger, you're just quietly plugging away. You're the only standing one here.
Man Dog was right. We're no proper military. 300 warriors are now active. I belong in the people you Trigger, you belong here more than I do. It's all about who you love.
Nessa 2 entering AO in 3 minutes.
Shit, we're out of time.
Bandit my sight!
Yeah, that's the stuff, Trigger. Go away from it. Checkbox. Trigger full of oil.
Get the ship moving!
Spare 15 is down.
Champ went down crying like a baby. I knew he was all bark and no bite. The coward. You don't want to talk, running off with your tail between your legs? I wasn't running away, I was retreating. Well, I can't say I blame you. It was hell out there. Man, I'm not in the mood for this shit today. I'm gonna blow stuff up to let off steam. Target in sight. I see a lot of oil tanks. Boats, more warships. There's plenty of buildings, too.
Destroy everything in sight.
I appreciate the simplicity of the operation. They don't look like military.
You think you look anything like military?
Fox 2.
Damn! That's what I call fireworks.
Yeah!
I've got more bad news. The megastorm in Nessa 2 that formed a few days ago is approaching our AO.
No time to smell the roses, then. A fighter pilot needs to fight. Missions like this are too easy.
Another one popped. Take this.
Burn, bitches!
Are you guys all nuts? I thought at least one of you was dead. This beats being stuck at the penal bay. Someone help me out here.
It's like watching a fireworks display.
Burn, baby, burn. Stuck on that. They're 15. Hostile has a lock.
I don't know what they were keeping in there, but it's all ashes now.
Fox 2.
Trigger eliminated target.
Trigger, you're just quietly plugging away. You're the only thing one here.
Doug was right. We're no problem with military. Another thing is a down act, tabloid. I belong in the penal unit. Trigger, you belong here even more than I do. It's all about where you're from.
Nessa 2 entering AO in 3 minutes.
Shit, we're out of time.
Hostile has a lock. Help! Sector 6, bandit! Jackpot, the tanker's full of oil.
Get the ships out of here before they're blown up. This is hardly the time to worry about that. Just go.
Look at that oil just burn up the sea.
Bandit in my sight.
Fox 2.
Bandit locked.
2 minutes remaining.
Missile coming at you! Move it!
Enemy in gun range.
Trigger eliminated the target. Hey, Trigger, why do you think this stupid war keeps dragging on?
Here he goes.
It's all because countries exist. Shouting that and throwing a rock is what got me in here.
Well, you have free meals and a warm bed. You should thank our good citizens.
I'm spiked! Requesting assistance! Fox 2!
Locked on target.
There's a lock on Trigger's burn! On my target. Just got
Dust Cloud is entering the area of operations. Finish your work if you want to stay out of solitary. 1 minute remaining.
Spare 6, Fox 2.
Start destroying the facilities around the harbor one by one. 30 seconds remaining. AA gun down.
Locked on bandit. Cal, bandit on your 6.
Missile launched.
Spare 2, launching missile.
Bandit in my sight. Protect the fuel storage. That's what the anti-air guns are for. Target acquired.
Looking good.
I'll take jobs like this any day.
Megastorm in Nessa 2 is about to arrive.
Right. Bring out the trucks. Make sure their routes are split. Take every drop of fuel you can carry.
Looks like some oil tankers loaded with oil got away. HQ saw them on satellite. Burn down everything that turns up.
Why are they popping on and off of radar?
Sand clouds. Sand breaks up here and there. That's when radar picks them up. If you detect something, strike fast.
Staring at my radar and trolling? This is not my style.
Even in sand, you can lock on if you get close enough.
You sure you can trust that intel?
Easy for you to say.
Kill on target confirmed. You guys do whatever you want. I'm going off by myself. Okay, if you think that's for the best.
Roadhog, I can't see a thing.
Quit blubbering. Talk to me when you find a target.
Got one on radar. Moving.
Tanker truck destroyed. Make sure you wipe them all out.
Take that.
Eyes like a jackal, Trigger. They pave desert highways nicely, you know? People drive fast to avoid bandits in the desert.
Fox 2. Spare 2, count. Where the hell do you think you're going? You're approaching Erusian territory. Return.
Just following orders to find tankers. So how about you go chew on a bone?
Nothing but sand and rock. Nice place to build a prison.
We can toss you in it as soon as it's up. Vehicle down. The rising smoke marks their graves.
Nice sentiment, Bandog. We don't run out of gas, right?
They've got trailers full of fuel.
Trucks don't run on jet fuel. I heard diesel engines can.
Quit yapping and hunt down your targets.
Can't see the highway unless you get way down.
Bastards picked a hell of a place to hide.
Spare squadron, a new enemy is approaching. Bearing 350 from the reference point.
They're coming from the north. Did they pick up Count's aircraft? Wait a sec, don't go blaming me.
They appear to be Erusian drones.
More UAVs? Why are they always after us?
The mission stays the same. Destroy the tankers.
There's no way we can chase the damn tankers now. They're coming.
You're out of your goddamn mind.
A cat doesn't have enough lives to carry out your orders.
Do your duty and take out the tankers. Tanker confirmed eliminated.
You can't run from us.
Keep going. Burn it all.
Never turn your back on the enemy.
Have you forgotten what happens to deserters? I'll send you out to dig up landmine with your bare hands.
I'm sticking around. You know why that political offender check is still alive, don't you?
Trigger, lock on
Better
bandit.
chance of living with him.
What was that explosion?
Stand down. You can't stick around forever. Find those targets.
If we follow the tankers, our tails will be exposed. I guess I'll pick off the guys going after Trigger.
On your 6. Ignore the UAVs and go after the mission targets.
We have to take out the UAVs first. Trigger trashed the target.
Woo! Trigger again? It's really burning. That was some primo jet fuel.
Nah, jet fuel doesn't ignite that easily. That was standard gasoline.
How about taking targets down instead of flapping your gums? Target confirmed near full band. Dig around.
Allied aircraft down by a UAV.
Pipe down and keep your mind on the mission, full band.
We gotta get those UAVs.
The mission's become way too dangerous. Damn cow for dragging us into this shit.
Shut the hell up. This has nothing to do with me.
You guys are celebrating, but I don't hear anyone saying all targets have been taken down.
Weapon system's acting up. I can't fight like this. I'm gonna break off. There he goes, running away. And he's who drew the drones here.
Remaining.
Sick Say what you want. Have fun with your new friends.
Box 2. Spare 15, target destroyed.
One more truck down. Stop them all.
That cheers me up. Not that I give a rat's ass. You sound like you know something. I don't just give intel away for free.
Where are the tankers? Hey, shot at! What is this bullshit?
UAV down. Is that Trigger?
Alright, you might just get out of this alive.
Don't tell me you're taking out drones for your squadron now, are you? They're not your friends. They're convicts just like you. Just worry about saving your own skin. You listening, Trigger? Target the tankers. The other idiots have their hands full with the drones. Target is down. Well done.
I'm covering another one.
That's a lot of fuel up in smoke. But there could be more hiding somewhere.
How can we be expected to deal with the surface and the air at the same time? Trigger, hurry up and take care of the enemy.
Got a target on radar. Trigger, it's near your position. Understood. HQ sent a message. That was the last one. All aircraft, return to base. Burning up all those tankers will starve their drones for a while.
I'm still alive.
Stick with Trigger and you'll make it. Worked like a charm.
If you think that's all you need to survive, you might as well get your last rites now.
Exactly, that was all dumb luck. Wait, you were in earshot, Count?
Must have been straining to hear from high altitude.
Seems you've learned nothing in the sky, Count.
Well, yeah, it's not like there's anything I can learn from Trigger.
The mission was a success. There's nothing else I need to say. Dismissed. So it looks like we're getting attention from above. If any credit is due, it should come to me. Prisoners deserve nothing.